Hey there, welcome to the Dave Does channel. It's been a while since I've done a video, but it was actually a day I was planning to do some video recording today for the first time in sort of a month because I've been so busy over on ADK. But yeah, obviously Dave does my own videos without the other two, Andy and Kirk, involved. But the warning just dropped the video apologise, and I haven't done Burnout. I had a quick look at Burnout previously, and I thought, well, it wasn't something I was overly excited about, so I thought I'd do apologise because it's a lyric video. Now, lyric videos are something I'm never a fan of, but I also know that Warning do some amazing videos. They've always been really good at their creative elements of what they try to put out there, so because of that, I'm intrigued to see what they do from a lyric video point of view. And yeah, do you know what, we'll see how we do. I might do a stop at about halfway point on the video, but generally I'm not going to do a lot of pausing on this. We'll just kind of talk about it at the end. And yeah, let's see where we're at. Now, anyone that's seen any of my videos with the ADK guys or on here, I guess Keep Me Fed album it's an album I'm kind of glossing over a little bit more because it's very commercial pop rock. Has moved away from their earlier sort of more integral kind of classic rock sound. It's still rock. It is still rock. I'm not going to say it's not, but there's a lot more of the pop element, which is really going to be good for the band as far as commerciality. But it's something that I'm less interested in personally because it's kind of flash in the pan, and it's going to be really good. The thing is the worst thing is it's almost like they're having the album full of the equivalent of the one-hit wonders. It's full of loads of singles, which is great. To get people into the band, and it's going to have a huge boost for the band in that one, but I think for the long-term fans it's always going to be a slight issue because it does feel very the stuff I've heard so far, and I've heard most of everything. I've heard everything that's been released with the exception of obviously Apologise. It's the first one I haven't heard, so yeah, let's get to it.
I only ache in the wake of a broken never. There is no thrill in the crime. I have lost the pleasure. Skin on skin means nothing if there is no blood to bleed. Simply quenching hunger doesn't kill the need. Hands always move on their own, so then
I mean, it sounds distinctively The Warning. Do you know what it reminds me of? Fall Out Boy. This really sounds like a Fall Out Boy track, and that when I say that pop rock comparison, that explains a lot about where I'm kind of going with the vibe on this.
Wasting breath, waiting for nothing, 'cause you won't apologize.
I mean, this that kind of effect guitar, the drive that's going on there is very Muse driven, and you hear a lot of Muse in their playing.
Nails on my skin just to check.
Danny really loves that kind of that simple picking in the sense of just the downward picking of the just working through that 4-chord progression. It's good, but the problem is it can be overused and oversaturated in a lot of songs. If you use it too often, it just starts to sound generic and predictable. But there's some nice touches. I do like the chorus. It's got, as I said, that Muse kind of era vibe to it. It's got some good kind of power going through in there, and obviously the great production overall as far as production sound. But yeah, Fall Out Boy Muse kind of crossover going on here.
If my heart's still beating, head in my hands, only I hear the quiet screaming, shaking turns to crying in my short-lived fate alive. The bitterness of trying.
They've really got into this kind of that breakdown bit with the screaming section. It's like they're listening to their kind of classic rock, and also there's that metal element of that scream and that anguish. So you can hear some punk influences coming as well into the song.
Clean the mess that you made, own up to the blame. At the end of the day, so easy to say it's not your fault now. It's not your fault now.
Okay, so there we go. Apologise in the warning. Interesting lyrical topic. So that whole bit of own the mess that you made, own up to the, obviously clean the mess up, clean up the mess you made, apologise. What you write on the screen, you're just a name that no one knows. So a lot of that could be targeted at someone who's targeted someone else online. And sending hurtful comments, trolling, or it could even be aimed at people that have given them comments as a band. It could be their pushback to sort of say, look, we're doing what we want. You can complain about it, you can do what you like, but this is what we are, this is what we want, and that's fair, and we appreciate that. It'd be really easy, no matter what they did, if they'd gone down the direction of being a real hard rock album, with a lot more aggression and or intricate prog thing, people would have gone, oh, you've not gone commercial, where are your hooks? This album, every single song's got a big sing-along chorus on, very memorable, every song is like that. The problem I have with this album so far is it's just too commercial in a way, and I know that's a really weird thing to say, is it's too commercial. It's full of hooky songs, and that's good, but it now means it's going to put them in a difficult position on the next album, that they either have to go down that route, because the fans that have joined because of this album, I think when they come to the next album, and if they go down the route of creative writing again with more storytelling, etc., that's not going to give them the space to do these big hooky choruses, etc. At the moment, it's really easy to hear their influences, and you can see that through the earlier albums. As I said, I'm a bigger fan of the earlier stuff than I am of this at the moment. But this wasn't a bad track. I actually don't mind this one anywhere near as much as Burnout, which I never reacted to, because I had a quick look at it before I started playing it and realised that I wasn't going to be able to give anything that I really liked about the track. And the other one they did, which I cannot pronounce, the one that's in Mexican, or the Mexican title, I had a watch of that, and it was a very interesting put on video, but I wasn't a fan of the song. This, not a bad track. It's probably one of my better ones off the album for me, that I can actually get into a little bit more. But as I said, do you know what's actually probably got me over this album? It's been so divisive amongst fans of The Warning. Now, I like The Warning. I wouldn't call myself a fan, like some people like Fanatical. I just say I like the band, and I'll always follow them and check out what they're doing. Some stuff I like, some stuff I don't. But it's been the fans that have put me off the band. So it's actually been the people, because they are so ardently defending everything, and it's where people go, they are the best rock band that's ever come out since the 70s, and I'm like, oh my god, you really need to go and listen to a lot more music. The Warning are great, they're great fun, they put together some great commercially pop rock tracks, but there are so many good bands out there, so many good bands, some technicality ones, there are some really creative bands out there. It's effectively what I do every day, is have to go around from the PR companies and get all the new albums sent by the PR companies and the new singles and videos and sift through them, and every so often a few of them will end up on an ADK video, but we just don't have the time to do them all. But the rest of the time I'm just going through them, and there have been some amazing sort of bands. And what kills me is when people go, they are, and they get so annoyed at you and they go, they are the greatest rock band, you know nothing, you don't know how amazing these girls are. They're really good, and their work ethic, that's been the thing that's always impressed me the most about The Warning, is their consistent work ethic to drive forward. It's calculated, it's planned, they're doing what they want to do, and they're not letting anyone get in their way. And I appreciate that. Whether you like it or not, whether you like the music or not, you can still appreciate what they're trying to do, and they're not trying to bow down. I know there's some people saying, well, they've got these producers in and they've changed the band. But they wouldn't have brought those producers in if they didn't want that. If they didn't want to kind of explore other directions. I just feel they were very good already before going into this album. And you started to see those changes on, like when they did things like Error and Choke. You could start to see a change in direction. So, yeah. Anyway, apologise. Not a bad track at all. Quite enjoyed it. Anyway, if you like the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. See you in another video sometime very soon. Take care.